Well, guys, if you remember on the last cabin remodel video, we got these two posts replaced out here on the back porch, and I still want to mount those to the concrete, but first I want to get these siding boards up right here. Gotta trim that one. Trim it again. Third time's a charm. I guess I need to go back to bed. That's really all I need on a piece like this of purlin, because all it's going to be doing is holding up 1/3 of the weight of a piece of board and batten siding, so 2 screws is more than enough. So I know y'all can't really see this, but up here, this whole header right here, there's nails that went through this header that attach this to the house, and they're sticking out the back right here, and they're gonna have to go if I'm gonna have any hope of getting boards behind there. So I'm just gonna take the Sawzall and clip those nails all flush. Everything fits okay except right here. It's about an eighth of an inch off. Well guys, it's the next day at this point, and I do want to finish up that siding there, but I've got some hungry pigs to feed again, and some hungry dogs too. You're welcome. When you give him something to eat, he almost always looks up at you, and I just figure he's saying thank you when he does that. All right, it's time to break in to our big sack of corn here. Of course, I mentioned in the last video, there's no way to get this off of this trailer for me. I'm just gonna have to scoop it out a bucket at a time, basically, which is fine. The farmer that sold me this told me the best way to get into these bags was to actually cut the side right here, and I didn't really want to do that, but as the corn gets lower and lower in here, I'm not going to really be able to scoop it out of this little hole here, so I'm afraid I am going to have to cut it. I was going to try to save the bag, but I don't know, maybe I'll figure out something to where I won't have to cut it up. Goodness. We'll take some food out to Sue as well. I have to keep the feed separately because Sue is only my pig, and the other 6 piglets is kind of a co-op situation between me and some friends, so I have to keep the money separate, which means I have to keep the feed separate, so everything's got to be separate to make it fair. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Sue. Good morning. You ready for breakfast? Sue likes to play hide and seek with her feed bowl. I usually put it right about here and she pushes it wherever. Where'd you put it, Sue? Oh, there it is. I forgot a bucket to scoop all of this out. Good morning. Good morning, friend. Something kind of interesting about this pig feed, there are always honeybees in it. I'll come around in the morning sometimes and there'll be bees. There's one right there, actually. Honeybees just gathering something. I really don't know what they're gathering out of this pig feed. There's minerals in here, there's corn, of course, and there's soybean meal, and I really don't know what they're after, but it's kind of cool that the bees are finding some nutrition out of this stuff. Hey, you can't eat the tripod. Stop, 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 stop. This feeder that we just filled up, it holds like 300 pounds of feed, which they can go through in like a week or so. And as they get larger, they're going to be going through it even faster. My guess is that at some point, these 6 pigs out here are going to be going through maybe even 40 pounds a day, because that's what pigs do. They eat, and that's exactly what you want them to do. That sounds like it's a lot of food, and it is a lot of food, but you want them to eat, you want them to get large quickly so you can get them out of here. And they are growing very, very fast right now. This this open feeding just seems to be the trick as far as getting pigs to market weight quickly. Of course, the pigs aren't going to be doing any growing at all unless they've got a good source of fresh water, and they destroyed, it was actually the second time they've destroyed this one. They keep taking this nipple out. I think it was too close to the other barrel and they backed into it incessantly. I don't really know what happened, but either way, they've torn one of these nipples out of here 2 times, and I'm going to put this back, and I'm going to put 2 of these conduit nuts, one on the outside like this and one on the inside, and I'll seal the inside of it with silicone, and it seems to work pretty good. A bulkhead of some sort would probably be a much better option here, and I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll go that route, but not today. This is what I got on hand. Now just put this one on the inside, and that should hold it at least a whole lot better than the threads itself. It's going to take at least 30 minutes for that silicone to set, so let's go work on the house some more. Distance from the concrete slab to the bottom plate right here really isn't uniform all the way across, and this board doesn't fit down in there, so I'm going to have to try to like make this little portion of it a little bit thinner right here. What?
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing either.
Why do you not know what you're doing?
I'm just learning as I go. Oh, missed. A triangle? Let me see it. Yeah, that rock does look like a triangle.
It was close to digit, so I needed this.
It looks like a triangle from all sides, actually. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
This is just a little bit too thick. I'm going to run it through my planer and make it the same thickness as these, the top and the bottom piece. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but this top piece is much too thick as well, so it's gotta be planed also. Guys, I'm sure the picture's not looking that great right now. It's very dark and it's rainy, so it's very cloudy and I don't have a whole lot of light. And if I turn this on, it would just shine in the camera. So basically at this point, I'm at the home stretch. I'm putting some of these battens up here on the top, and that's pretty well going to do it. Well guys, that's pretty well it for this one, and I quit filming because I just ran out of natural light. It's rainy and very cloudy, so I don't have a whole lot of light right here, but I think y'all pretty well get the picture. This has been several months in the making. This last winter, I think February, maybe even January, is when I tore this wall out, and at the time there was lots and lots of termite damage. Ended up putting new studs in this wall, new window frame, new header, new all of that stuff, new obviously new siding. That's what we just did, but there were termites all in the siding right here from years past, and it just had to be replaced. So finally we got to it and got it replaced here, and I'm very happy with the way that it turned out. Up here is kind of interesting. I'm gonna use this flashlight to help y'all see, but right up here, that board right there is much darker than the rest, but that's fine. Right up there you can see that there's battens right in there. There's boards and battens. It's pretty deceptive though, because there was no way really for me to get behind there, so those are like 6 inches long and they just kind of go up so that it looks like there's battens up there, but there's not. So y'all don't tell anybody about that, and I won't either. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that this turned out. Lots better than it was, and a little bit of house progress. I mentioned the termite damage that we had in the house. Several years ago, we got the in-ground bait stations installed professionally, and they come out once a year and check those out and replace when necessary. And we've not had any termite issues since. So any damage that is there is old damage. Termites are gone. Let's see if we can get this barrel back into service here so they can have double the water supply basically. It should be good. Hey Rooster. Hey Rooster. I think one of the reasons that nipple got yanked out of there, or knocked out of there, or whatever, was because the barrels are kind of close together, and I think they drank out of one and then backed into the other one. So I'm going to separate them out a good distance, and they're at the dry one right now. I'm going to separate them out and see if that helps. Going to get the hose, and they've already knocked it over. By the time I get back, one of them will be wearing it like a hat. Get y'all some water too while I'm here. Oh, bit my kneecap, didn't you? I thought you were being nice. That's Rooster, our boar, and he seems to be starting to warm up to me just a little bit, which is really encouraging. This is the spot that we fixed right here. You want some? No, you just want to eat the camera, don't you? That's all you want. That one right there is one of the gilts, and she is a really, really pretty pig, but she is the most skittish one out here. Hey, Rooster. Don't bite my leg. Well guys, it is raining and it's getting late in the day and I've pretty much had enough. So I'm gonna be done, and I'm pretty happy because we did get something, a little small project done on the house. We're just kind of taking baby steps. So I'm very excited when I can get a small project done like that. On the next home remodel video, we'll try to get those brackets on the bottoms of those posts on the porch that we put up last time, and we'll go from there. But thank y'all for watching this video, and I'll see y'all on the next one.